Alright, looks like Dog You Bum? Dog You Bum? Dog You Bum. I think that's what it's saying. Or Dog You Bum? Raw Fury. I think that's a puppet show? Maybe. Whoa, that was ominous. Alright, we're still on the marathon, so welcome to part 1 of the Blue Prince. Am I blue? Am I blue? Now tell me why I'm telling you. Am I blue? You will be too. Okay, we're done. So, before we start with the puzzles, there's no jokes in this. I just kind of wanted to kind of go over anything in social media or really pop culture. 21 times blue made people smile, or anything with blue. So, Blue's Clues, that's a thing. Elvis Presley, Blue Sweet Suit. Blue Sweet Shoes. Man, tongue-tied. Cinderella's Dress. Yeah, it was blue. The Smurfs. There we go. Deep Blue Sea. Wait, that LL Cool J movie back in the day was Short Tail. NYPD Blue. Genie. Yeah, you know, played by Robin Williams. That made people smile. Blue Collar Comedy Tour. That was the thing. Leanne Rhymes Blue. Gonzo. Yeah, Gonzo makes people smile. There we go. Varsity Blues. Oh my gosh, that was still a thing. It's crazy. Dorothy's plaid dress. That was a thing? Oh yeah, it was a thing. Coruscant the Hedgehog. Nirvana's Nevermind. I mean, it had blue on the cover, so there we go. The Blues Brothers. I'm a soul man. Sorry. Bluey. You know, that British. I think it's that. Yeah, you know Bluey. It's been around for decades. Blue Bloods. That's still a thing. Eiffel 65. I'm blue. Da da dee da 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 dee da da da. Hit in the 90s. Still holds up. Yeah, Stitch. Obviously, Ohana. Family. Okay, we're done. Avatar. You know, blue loving. Made by James Cameron. The blue people. Dory. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Alright, I think we're done with all these, I guess, blue metaphors, so... Alright, let's get back to it, shall we? Had to do it. See what the volume is. Yeah, master volume is going to be all the way up. Yeah, me and Doc has actually been curious about this one, so kind of curious how this will be. Sure, it'll teach me the controls. Okay, the blueprint menu. Looks like a room directory. L2 is a scroll. Not much to it. Okay, graphics like... Oh, this is brightness. 7's okay. Save data. Looks like there's 4. People have talked about it, but not, people really haven't talked about it. Very curious on how this is. Let's start the game. Wait, was there subtitles? If so, I can always turn it off if it gets me the option. All I know from this game is roguelike puzzles. That's all we got. Okay. Like the start so far. Really liking the setup. Let's see where this goes.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Okay, what if your nephew was completely stupid? Then he would never do. Wow, that was a really effective opening. What's up with these effective openings in these video games? So, what if your nephew was completely stupid, like really, really stupid? Then he would never ever find the 46th room. I find that dripping with mystery. That's my kind of tea. Superhero stories, sci-fi, and mystery. Those are my cup of jam. Wait, 50 steps? Like 50 steps? Wow, it really is blueprints. Everything's blue. Literally. Okay, so what's in the 46? What's the gift? And he said the gift is lapse. So is this like a time loop that this is day one? Does the nephew keep kind of like doing this like nonstop or what? Open only in the event of my death. All right, Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the, well, bequests. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I mean, there is a 46th room out of a freaking manor. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're kind of down in my confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covering this fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. So my cell phone's off limits. Got it. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. Why not? You may not stay overnight. Why not? You're gone. I don't suspect any of the stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. Well, there's the roguelike aspect of it in there. One final word of advice. I was trying to say one final word of advice. Okay, do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and even if I'm certain which room lies beyond a particular door, your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where it want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. Alright, well, that's the roguelike. Huh. Eight of spades. Can I zoom in? It looks like a queen, but I can't really tell. Really well detailed architecture. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Riddle me this. How many rooms must I go through to solve the mystery? What's all this? Okay, searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you'll lose 1 step. When you no longer have any steps left, you'll be too tired to continue searching in the manner and must call it a day. Roguelike! Alright, so the objective. Get to the 46th floor. If I pretty much spent the whole day in one room, or I guess searching, then that's going to cost me exhaustion. And then I start the whole day over, and the rooms are going to be randomly generated because of roguelike. So, eaty, meaty, mighty, I'm going to go in this room. You must have blueprints to draft. Okay, and I'm not going to call it a day. I just began. Okay, volume's pretty perfect. Okay, so blueprint menus R2, R1, strolling. Seems legit. Okay, rooms 1 through 12, 13 to 24, 25 to 36, and so on. I mean, if I look this up of how to beat the game, that would kind of defeat the purpose. Can I go in here? You must have a blue... Okay. What about here? What's the control saying? Give me a sec. Okay, it's saying R2. And there's the blueprint. Ah, the Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventures. Adventures awaits. Here we go. Okay, so that's the entrance hall, where I'm obviously at. Looks like the antechamber. Okay, now I have the blueprint. Eaty, meaty. I'm gonna still go in the left room. Okay, select the room to draft. That's unique. Whenever you enter this room, you gain 2 steps. And then there's 2 items in a closet or a hallway. I feel like this is essential to get the steps. Let's go into the bedroom. And I gained 2 steps, so it's not too bad. These are really well art direction. Say what you want, blueprints. You're going all your way. Ah, top hat. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Okay, I'm done. What's in here? This trunk is locked. No crap much. Greetings from Reddington. Is there a back? No. Can't smash the glass too. Searching in here. This doesn't seem to be... Wait. A clue. Is that the grandmother? Can I go in here? Oh, wait. The blueprint. Do I have to find a blueprint in each room, or can I only have 1 blueprint, and then I can go in any room I want? Okay, so there's a spare room. That would be 1 step, probably. The corridor is always left unlocked, and the parlor is just a parlor. Okay, I'll just go into the corridor. How many steps will that take? Oh, just 1. That's not bad. Okay, so the corridor is always unlocked. That's a good mental note. Man. Oh, the grandpa was living large. Look at this. This is amazing. But how the... If the rooms are randomly generated, how the heck did he find the bathroom? Or the kitchen? Or the front door? Did he ever leave the house? I mean, he had to get groceries. So, if the rooms are randomly generated, how did he actually get to... Wait, oh, I gained 2 steps. So if I go in here, it's 1 step less? Are you serious? That's amazing! But if I go outside, they'll call it a day. Okay, so if I go back in, I get 2 more! That's so clever! Darn you, Gabe, that's actually really cool. And then that takes 1 step away. Okay, so if I go back in the room, it still adds 2 steps! That's so dope. I like that. That's really creative game design. I like that. That's cool. Okay, so there's the lavatory. I'm sorry. If I was the richest Scrooge McDuck in this game, I would build a lavatory right next to my bedroom, which I imagine he did. Okay, there's a nook, there's a cranny, no, I'm kidding, and also a den. Okay, so a den. Wait, there's something about the den. There's something about +1. It looks like a heart diamond or just like a diamond. And then there's a +1 with the key. It makes sense to go to the +1 with the key. Because the key will unlock more stuff. And if I go in another room, it will be another step. Okay, so the key is somewhere. There's the key. So, gotta take that key. Thank you. I'm surprised people are not talking about this. This is such it's such an innovative game design. Roguelike in terms of this. This is so deeply explored that this, like I was saying in one of my videos with the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, do games like this, or Chia, or Stray, or definitely Sea of Stars, or Dave the Diver. If you keep doing PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium and releasing like that, people would subscribe. Give us high quality games like this, and then we'll all be happy campers. But if you give us slop and continue to give us slop, you're gonna lose subscribers. That's the moral of the story, Sony PlayStation. This is one of the good choices. Give the indie developers like this a chance. Huh. What was that? I think that was a bishop? No, I don't think that was a bishop. Man, I haven't played chess for a long time. Gonna have to play it with my wife. Okay, what's this say? Okay, journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, a scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be invaluable too. You will not regret having beside you on your journey. I mean, are you gonna give the pad, scrap of paper, or the journal for free, or is it just gonna be there? That's some good advice, though. Okay, so I definitely want the journal. So what's the key gonna unlock? Okay, so crafting. I don't want the spare room. It looks like +4 goat and 2 items. I'm gonna go with the goat. The goat seems essential. Go into the pantry. Alright, so that took 1 step. That's not too bad. Apple. And the game. Okay, so the food gives you steps back. That's actually pretty cool. Go, go, go. Okay. Please pick up. Okay. Gonna have to get closer. Give me a sec. Aha. Briquettes, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. Okay, so what if it was even? What if it had to be even amount of apples, bananas, and oranges? 5 apples, oranges, and bananas. There we go. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it on the pantry. That's very convenient. This old man thought of everything. Extra change, 5 apples, oranges, and 5 bananas. Maybe this will be the title of my video. 5 apples, oranges, and bananas. Alright, let's see what else is in here. Whenever you enter Chapel, you lose 1 goat. Well, that doesn't seem good. So where I was, hallway doesn't offer anything. Maybe story context, lore, something else. Chapel, I'll just lose one. Ooh, we're going to the chapel. Oh, you're gonna get married. Okay. Guest bedroom adds 10 plus steps. It makes sense to go to the guest bedroom. 10 plus steps. You can't beat that. Okay, so in terms of the map, if we go from the guest bedroom, that's like, okay, going from that, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we get plus 2. So subtract 4 from 59 steps, that would be, yeah, that would be 54. And then with 54, we get 2 plus steps, and then just get down to 53. So, about 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we get plus 2, then another from the bedroom. So not much. I say continue. So we get 10 plus. Oh, note. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note. Thank you for the weekend. I had the thrilling time of the hunt with Lord Everson. Why am I talking like this? Whose particular personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I seen the billiard room in the house, and I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, so I always enjoyed your mathematical puzzles and appreciate that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. I can't read that. It's so cursive. It's so very cursive that I just cannot read that. I always had a hard... Well, I didn't have a hard time in school with cursive, but it was just like a... I would say my wife is better in cursive than me. Me, I don't know. I just never could just nail it and all that, you know? Okay, so we got 10 plus steps. That was one of them. So we have to go back. There's no other way, because I have not seen anything else. Okay, so that's the guest bedroom, but it's a dead end. But we got plus 10, so it's not worth it. Okay, so we lost one step. That's fine. Okay, we're back in the pantry, because we had no choice. There's something up there. No. But if we go back, it'll cost us a step, and that's a dead end. So we have to go back this way. And we still have to go back, because that was literally a dead end. Plus 10, but it was a dead end. And then we get plus 2. That's fine. Okay, so the guest bedroom was a dead end. And we got back to 56. That's not bad. So what's over here then? Okay, so we get 2 items. Whenever you draft a bedroom, you gain 5 steps. Okay, so that would be useful. Gain 5 steps if I craft, like, okay, gem requirement. So I have to find a gem. I can't craft it because I need 1 gem. Just like Crash Bandicoot. Wow, never thought I'd bring that up. Okay, a parlor has basically a puzzle. I feel like the puzzle would be useful. But let's go to the closet. Anyway, hey, 2 closets. Oh, well, that's a dead end too, and it counts as a step. An ivory die. While drafting, you may use the die, or dice, to roll new floor plans. That's neat. Oh, another key. Oh, that's neat. A silver key. Silver key. Anyway. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. I mean, that's what keys do. Back to the room. So can I use the dice? Okay. Room directory. System menu. Scrolling. Oh, sorry, strolling. Okay, L2 just makes us run faster. Okay, so in terms of the other control, it's a room. Okay, so the only room that we can only go this way is this way. Alright, the lavatory wouldn't be anything useful. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so we need 2 gem requirements, but we can do a redraw because of the dice. Alright. Shaking that dice. Shaking that dice. Haha! And, nope, need a gem requirement. But I get +1, so I can create a nursery. Save that. That's going to be important. In my quiet den, nevermore. There was a fire roasting, nevermore. Anyway. Okay, the gem is here somewhere. Let's just look around. Oh, a pond. This guy really loves giant clocks and metaphors and trying to find the 46th floor. And chess. Okay, it's definitely here. Oh, there it is. Got the gem. Okay, so now that'll just lead us back. Because going over there leads us to there. We already got the coin. I would say, no, don't waste it. But let's craft the nursery, if we can. Oh, right, we have a key. Time to unlock it. Ah, coins. There we go. And 2 dice that we can redraw. This is such a really fun game mechanic. My gosh. Might get my wife to play this one. Okay, so it'll require 1 key, 1 gem, and 1 coin. A storeroom. Okay, you may draw any floor plans while drafting in this room. But it requires a gem. That's the rub. But I don't want to. I'll redraw. Okay. Whenever you enter the chapel, you lose 1. Okay, items for sale. Puzzle. Don't waste just do the parlor. Let's get the puzzle. Maybe it's something important. Is that a wind-up key? Oh. That's interesting. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it has been quite a while since we had been seen in a decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit has lost its charm. I have no delusion that my company is rival to hers. If I could refresh your memory, we both spent most of the evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I have mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I have played years back, involving these 3 boxes of different colors. You have pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with your guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Is I saying laundry? There will always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only false statements. Only 1 box has a prize within, and the other 2 are always empty. Fascinating. You have my curiosity, and you have my eyebrow raised. I will play this game. This game of chance. Okay. Oh, boarded up that we can actually go in here. That's interesting. Oh, okay, this is the 3 box. Okay, so looking at the rules, he said there will always be 1 box which displays only true statements, the other box that displays only false statements, and the other 2 that are always empty. Okay, so in terms of the box, this box is black. This box, or the gems, are in a true box. This box is blue. I mean, that's interesting. So, if I was a betting man, 1 box always has true statements, 1 box has false statements, and the other one, only 1 box has the prize within, and the other 2 are always empty. Okay, well, this is, looking at it from an angle, it says it's black. I mean, looks brown from an artistic direction. This is blue. And this gem always... You know, I'm gonna go with this box. Gonna waste the wind-up key. I think this is it. This is like Super Mario. Hey! It really is! I was right. Maybe I was right. Oh my gosh, I was right! This game was fun! Oh my gosh! This guy was not screwing around! He was right! It really was one box that had a prize within. And it was the prize I needed. This game is clever! Alright, so that's 31 minutes. Oh crap, but I don't think I could go anywhere. I think I have utilized, but there's a parlor. So we went to the den, we went to the parlor, there's a corridor, we already got the closet, the bedroom. I don't know if I've been to every room. I think I have. No way. Okay, so the den, we already into the closet. Okay, so this way. We get +2. Then we get that. You know, I could just rush through this. There's no other door that I can create. I think I had to leave for the day. And then we go to the guest bedroom, but that's it. Wait, we don't get +10 though. We have to call it a day. And we can't redraw? I literally can't. Yep. We can't go anywhere else. That's it. Okay, so we learned that the guest bedroom is a dead end. The parlor is also a dead end to a degree, I think. I'll go back there. Closet is definitely a dead end. The den is also a dead end too. Let's go again. May I miss something? Nope, that's definitely blocked. And then I went into this room. And that's definitely blocked too. Yeah, we have to call it a day. But wait, all the materials that I gather, do I get to save it for the next round? We have to call it a day. I can't go anywhere else. Well, I mean, day 1 was very successful. I had to call it. I can't make any other rooms. Yeah, I can't. I really can't. There's no other rooms I can make. Okay, so that's the ending room. Okay, well, I had to call it. Okay, so tomorrow you'll wait to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory. Wait, hold on. You'll wait to find the rooms okay, of the estate as well as your current inventory will be reset. Oh! I had 3 gem and a dice. Ah, that sucks. But it's roguelike. Okay, so I found, looks like it's saying 10 rooms. Rank reach was 4, steps taken was 27. And I found 3 items. That was day 1. Gonna save and continue. Okay, I'm hooked. This, it turns out the extra premium, I think this is one of my favorite ones of April. Alright, day 2. I'm already motivated. Okay, so we already learned. Man, that's why they were telling us to do a scrap paper and journal and just whatever to write, because we already learned. Okay, so bedrooms, guest bedroom is a dead end. The den does lead somewhere, but along with the den, the parlor is a dead end. The guest bedroom is a dead end. There are other rooms I can actually work with. Yep, already got that. Same letter before. Okay. But we had the blueprint. Okay, so there are 3 rooms. Again, in my inventory of the gems, you know, diamonds all forever. They always illuminate me. Okay, so the storeroom requires 1 key, 1 gem, and 1 coin. Oh, that's... It doesn't require it. That's what I'm gonna find. Duh. Could I get... is that a go key? Wait, no. There's a gem here. It's here somewhere. There we go. Ooh. Diamonds are forever. Okay, so in terms of the room now, the guest bedroom will give it 10 steps, but it will basically... No, let's do the hallway. Interesting. Oh, what address? Maybe that's the grandmother? Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Okay, so if it's west wing, that's going to be locked. Let's try it out. Okay, so chapel, we lose 1 gold, which we're going to need. Corridor is always left unlocked. There's closet, but that's... No? Ah, that's right. Once I draw, I have to do it. Okay, so the corridor is always going to be left unlocked. So let's take this side. And once we do that, the parlor is definitely... But the lavatory will be... But if I do the chapel, I'm going to lose 1 gold that I'm going to desperately need. And the lavatory is just going to be a dead end too. There's no way. Chapel. Okay, well, lost the coin from the church. And that will probably be the coin I need. Okay, so the spare room, the guest bedroom. But the spare room couldn't lead me out, but I'm seeing 2 doors. Let's do the spare room. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow, it really is a spare room. There's some paint, but there's no items. Looks like some tape. And... at least it's not mode or just anything wooden. Half-finished blue paint. It's not even half-finished. It's missing all kinds of paint. This really is a spare room. Alright, so a nook is going to have 1 key, but the den will lead somewhere. But it will give me 1 gem. The gems are more essential than the keys. Well, the keys are essential too, but... Alright. Going back to the den. Gotta grab that. Okay, so we got 2 doors. With the 2 doors, they can lead somewhere. Yeah, 44 steps. Okay, so the bedroom, of course, will give me 2. A passageway that will require 2 gemstones. And a pantry that will give it 4. 4 coins. I say the bedroom. I think we're gonna need that. Even though the passageway would be useful, I need the 2 extra steps. Okay, same room like before. Oh, this key's locked. Well, that's why I have a key, baby. Okay, drawing room. You can draw any new floor plans while drafting in this room. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, there's Herbert Sinclair again. The grandpa. I am with the top hat. Okay. There are 2 rooms. Carissa and Carissa. How many minutes have I done? Yep. Been about 40 minutes and I've been enjoying every second of this. Alright. Okay, so... Yeah, they did say the west wing will always be locked, so this is not locked. This was also locked. But I can draw something here. I think. I think I can draw something. You can draw any new floor plans while drafting in this room. But where can I draw? Okay, so this is the drawing room. Where can I draft? Oh. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans from which you select the... Okay. Each time you click on a door, you'll draw 3 floor plans for which you select one to draft. However, there are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. So, click on a door, huh? Okay, I'm on the drawing room. Can I draw? I'm trying to draw. Maybe there's a setting? Hold on. I must be missing it. May I click on this? May I click on that? Okay, I'm in the drawing room, but I'm not seeing the ability to draw. Kind of defeats the purpose of drawing, doesn't it? Maybe here? Nope. Did I screw up? Guess I'll go this way then. Okay, so I already went through there. Okay, so food for sale. Let's go to the kitchen. This is definitely a guarantee that we're going to find something. So there's some food for sale. That will cost coin. 3 bananas. A club sandwich. That will give me 15 steps. And bait. Bacon and eggs. Shaking bacon, baby. Shaking bacon. So 10 steps, and that's the morning room to today's draft pool. Or we get a porterhouse steak. Delightfully expensive steak cut. Anyway. But anyway, plus 20 steps. And plus a 10 showed step if you have a showroom in your house. Go. But I have no coin, so that kind of is a moot point. Huh. Wow, it really is food for sale. Wait, they're charging me to eat. Oh my gosh, like overseas, they're charging me for their nickel and diming just to eat their food. Just like overseas. Just like overseas. Okay, so a courtyard. That requires a gym that I can't freaking get. Alright, well, 2 closets. Let's just end it here. Okay, so ivory dye for the reroll that I'm aware of. A key. Key of Destiny, Kingdom Hearts. Okay, it looks like we're going back in the spare room. And I think the chapel led us right there. But the kitchen didn't lead anywhere. That led to the closet because we had no other choice. The drawing room literally does not help us. And let's go in the chapel. And I'm not giving you any coin because you took all my coin. Anyway. Okay, that's the corridor. I'm running out of steps right now. Okay, so the guest bedroom will give us plus 10, but it will end it here. I would say do the breaker box. Let's see what happens. Maybe it'll actually not lead me anywhere else besides here. Let's just turn that all on. See what happens. I don't know what this was supposed to do, but hey, should be curious. Wait a minute. Is that all we could do? I think this is all we could do. Because this leads me to a storage room in a literal sense. This led me to the chapel. Taking my gold. Wait, there's one more room. Okay. Green runes do not cause Jim the Giraffe. There's the West Hall, or West Wing Hall, the commissary. Well, I don't have a gem, so I can't even do it. Let's do it. Alright, we're making progress, but I'm losing a lot of steps. Eeny, meeny, mighty. I gotta go to the left room again. Okay, a walk-in closet, but we don't have the gem. But there's a key. But the other one could require a key. I'm gonna take the 10 steps. I need it. Yep, already know about that. Okay, this way. The dark room. You cannot see the floor plans whilst drafting in this room. But is there another room? I can't go that way. But the pantry, I can definitely go. Ah, 5 apples, 5 oranges, and so on. Give me that orange. Yeah, I got steps. 5 oranges, 5 apples, and 5 bananas. Thank you. I think I got the steps, so I can go in here. This way. And I think I can unlock another room. Alright, so the nook and cranny, the lavatory. Is that Baltar? I think that's a dead end too, but maybe that can actually lead somewhere. Let's take the chance on this one. Maybe there's an actual door. Darn it! It ended right there. Of course it did. The game screwed with me. Ah, Christmas. Well, that's lovely. That was the last room. I should have gone to the Nook. Definitely done the Nook and Cranny. Darn it! It got me. It actually screwed with me. It was a dead end. But I kind of appreciate that. Ah! Okay, so I'm gonna have to call it a day because there's no other way. I used all the rooms and I can't. There's no other rooms. Not that I know of. The kitchen was already led to the closet. The bedroom led to the drawing room. The den led to that. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Yeah, I'm very much aware of that. Well, maybe I have a key, so maybe I can unlock one of those. It's worth a shot. I probably can do it. Let's go back. Let's waste the steps. Okay, so according to the map, in the West Wing, so go to the corridor. Alright, let's risk it! Okay, so let's do the chapel. Going to the chapel. Oh, we're gonna get very... Alright. Then we're going into here. Get 2 more steps. Okay, I have a key, so I can probably unlock one of these. There we go! That's where the key comes into play. And, of course, that's where it comes. Security. View the inventory of all items currently in the house. But we could also redraw a floor plan. But there's no key! We need a key. Maybe the security can actually... But it requires a gem. Okay, we're gonna have to redraw. But the... Oh, no. There's a workshop. But there's a bunk room. Okay, but we can only do it once. 2 bedrooms if we do the bunk room. But it's definitely a dead end. The workshop seems like the most essential way to do it. Let's do it. Yep, I knew there would be another door. Okay, so the workshop, what's that do? Combines inventory to create new items. Okay, so what new items can I create? I have no other items! There's something I can't create! Wait, so that means Doc already knew what items he's played this game. I know he has. So he knows what items that he can create. This game is really, really fantastic than it should be. Okay, so going in here, the security room requires a gym. Requires a gym, lavatory. A package will be delivered here the day after dropping. Oh, okay, package will be here delivered here the day after drafting the room. Order place, like an actual mail room. I mean, it was worth coming here. So, the mail room. Well, anyway. Come on, there has to be a collectible here. Oh, hello. Okay, let's read that. Please return all corresponding packages addressed to Denny Reven to sender as he is no longer employed with our staff. Sorry. Okay. More detailed instruction will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided. Oh, okay. Press all the green buttons to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to the red indicator to activate purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6. Why is a fuse box? Wait, is this important to the 46th room that it's operated by a utility room fuse box that I will instantly? Is this a future foreshadowing? I love this type of puzzle. I love it. Alrighty then. But I have to remember that. Look back at the video. Alright, 27 steps. No problems. But wait, it requires a key. That's freaking right. And I wasted it on the security room. Well, order placed. But I have to call it. I really am have to call it. There's no other choice. I have to call it a day. But I accomplished a lot. So our order's been placed. So the next time I go to the mailroom, there will be some special order that I will be able to utilize in terms of Mount Holly. Probably get me close to the 46th room. I was in 19 rooms. Wait, did I say 19? 19 rooms. Rake 5, 48 steps taken, 1 item found, and 11 new rooms. So I'm getting really close to the 46th floor, and this is day 2. We'll save and quit for now. Okay, yeah, Blueprints is very fantastic. I can highly recommend this game too. It's that type of really cool combination of puzzle and roguelike to create a cohesive, it's a cohesive puzzle that really makes sense with the two genres. A very mystery that keeps you going. I'm kind of curious what the ending mystery will be. What's the gift? Or will it end before we even find out what's going on? I don't know. I'm very curious. I'm so curious about it. The game is not violent, it's just you trying to solve puzzles, really trying to think about the strategy. Yeah, just two genres that shouldn't work, but it absolutely work. Okay, so yeah, we'll be right back with the next clip.